What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Some blogs are reporting that female rapper GloRilla may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer. The source? An alleged childhood associate who says that when GloRilla was young, she was recommended for special ed. Now, this alleged associate says that GloRilla mom said, "No way, Jose," and took her out of school and homeschooled her until she was in the 5th grade. She eventually found her way to MLK College Prep, a local high school where she graduated. According to the website niche.com, which ranks high schools throughout the United States, only 8% of students at MLK Prep are proficient in reading and 5% in math. If we are to believe these numbers, that means about 94% of students at MLK Prep are deficient in reading and math. What do y'all think about that, fam? I'm suspicious. I don't really believe it. Here's why. Just because a student might be recommended for special ed does not mean that that student is special ed material. What I'm saying is, fam, oftentimes kids get misdiagnosed by these schools, especially schools where you have Black kids being taught by white teachers and some of the other teachers, but primarily white teachers. They will misdiagnose Black kids like this. You know why? Because there is a breakdown in communication. There's a fundamental breakdown in communication. There's a cultural gap. So they can't understand the students, and really the students can't understand them either. So they just throw them away, send them to special ed. I know a few people who are, super dope on the intelligence side, who told me they spent time in special ed. I pretty much want to put the damn teacher. I mean, I know these people like, damn, for real? I want to put the teacher, whoever suggested that this kid be put in a special ed, I want to put the teacher or whoever suggested that, I want to put their asses in special ed. So, of course, there's always, exceptions. There are kids who do need to be put in special ed, and sometimes their parents won't allow it because they don't want the stigma that comes with that. So I get that. But I do believe for you parents out there that you should get a second, third, and a fourth opinion when these people try to put your child in a special ed. You should not just take their word for it, because a lot of them don't mean any good. A lot of them walk into the situation and just looking to get a check, and then some of them are straight up agents. That's right, I said it. Straight up agents. And they don't want to see your kid excel. They are part of the problem. So, no, I don't believe that most of these kids that are put in special ed are worthy of being put in that position. Shouts out to her mother and her parents for smashing the brakes on that early on and saying, you know what? Nah, you're not putting my kid in no special ed class. You're not doing that. And I've been to some of these schools. Another thing, this is like, sometimes kids have behavioral problems. They'll put them in special ed. I know because I visited a school that was similar to this prep school. And, it was a bunch of kids. They just sent all the kids they feel like have attitude problems, send them all to one place. And this is supposed to be the slow school for bad kids. That is a stigma attached to that when you think about it. Because everybody know the school and everybody just like, ooh, it's kind of like, look, I remember like in Houston, there was some apartments complex in Hiram Clark called Aristocrats. And people used to call them Aristorats because of rat infestation, right? And, kids would get off the bus who lived in that complex. They would get off it a few blocks before because they didn't want anybody to know that they lived over there. I remember those days. Many students who come from low income or disadvantaged backgrounds are very capable of doing the work. They just have to be taught by a teacher who understands them, who gets them, who teaches with love, respect, and patience. I don't trust a lot of these teachers, fam. Some of these teachers are very rude. They're condescending. They look down on the kids. They don't believe in them. They're just there for a check. To be clear, my problem is with the bad teachers. There are many good teachers out there, and I salute y'all. It was a good teacher that changed the trajectory of my life. If not for Miss Emma Oliver, I don't know where I would be. That woman believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, at least not academically. You bad ones, man, I'm watching y'all. I'm watching y'all. Some of these teachers are so horrible. They constantly degrade the kids. Some of them call the kids the N-word. Just saw a video, this teacher, white teacher, called this kid, black kid, the N-word. Some of them, they want to cut your dreads. They make jokes about slavery. They conduct mock slave trades. And they think it's funny. Some of them do blackface. Oh, man. And for the parents who will subject your child to something like that, hey, man, I don't know what to say about y'all. Not at all. I don't know what to say about y'all. Some of these parents are just as bad, allowing their kids to participate in stuff like that. Boy, look, fam, I wasn't one that raised my kids, put my hands on them. But man, if my kid, well, I won't even say that because which leads me to believe that somehow, some way, the parents had something to do with it. It's like they somehow, some way, they missed something. Something didn't get between their ears, man. Parents. Yeah, man. So these teachers who talk down on these kids, they can't be trusted. They got to go. Because if somebody won't treat you right, they damn sure ain't gonna teach you right. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?